Hello, do you own a business, but you keep mixing up business transactions with personal transactions? This video is for you. Stick around. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You, a channel where I share what I know and continue to learn in the areas of business and personal development. I'm not an expert, I just share what I know. I record videos about business tips, especially for small businesses, affiliate marketing, earning money online. If there's an opportunity, I'll share it. Also, motivational messages. And the intention for those is to encourage you to take that step to make your life better. My name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. If you are new, welcome. If you've seen me before, thank you for not getting tired of me yet. Please subscribe to this channel. Support this message of empowerment. Let's empower ourselves. No one is going to do it for us. This message today is for those people who own businesses, but they choose to mix up business transactions with personal transactions. It's dangerous. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should not do it. And then I'm going to give you 6 ways to do better. What you could do to solve this problem. Let's get started. Reason number 1 why you should keep the two separate, business transactions from personal transactions, is for tax purposes. Believe me, if you are here in USA, if you are not worried about taxes, maybe if you are new, you don't know what taxes could do to you. They could destroy your whole business if you don't do it properly. So please have separate records for your business, very, very clear, and those for personal stuff. That way, when it's tax time, it's very easy to sort out which one belongs where. That's reason number 1, tax purposes. Number 2, you need to know whether you're making a profit or a loss. So if you are not separating what you are doing for business, what you are doing for personal, how are you going to know if the business you're running is profitable? You need to be, especially the expenses and even the income. You need to be like the revenue you're bringing in needs to be separate and clear. Then reason number 3, just to have some order, like things are straight. Like it's easy for you to find whatever you're looking for because everything is separate. So 3 reasons why you should do it, why you should not mix them up. Tax purposes, to know your profits or losses, and also to have some order. Now, let's go to the ways you can save yourself. Number 1, you need to have a separate bank account. In fact, up to now, I'm an affiliate marketer. And there are people who come in these programs and they start spending money on programs and expenses and advertising, but they're still doing it in their personal accounts. And these are joint accounts, like husband, wife. Like the wife is doing this using the same account they run with the husband. I cannot believe it. When you have a business, please go out and open a separate business account. It doesn't matter if you're doing the business as one person. I think they need like $100 or even less. I don't know. But I think with $100, you can open up a separate business account. And the purpose of this business account is whatever money comes and it came from to your business. Like if you're selling a product or you're performing a service, it doesn't matter if it's cash, whatever, put it in that bank account, the one for business. Then number 2, that's the business account, is number 1 you have to do. Number 2, of course, if you have a business account, you're going to have separate debit cards. So you're going to have a debit card for the business and a debit card personal. And always, please, always In fact, if it's the bank, sometimes they make different colors, even if it's the same bank. Don't mix it up. When you know what you are doing in the business transaction, for example, you could go to a place to shop both for family stuff and business stuff. Separate them and get out a business debit card for the business stuff. Make it a separate transaction, a separate receipt. Then do the personal ones separate. It's like you are two people. So that's we are on debit card. That's number 2. Now, number 3, you're going to have, if you use credit cards, some people don't use credit cards, but if you use credit cards, still separate personal from business. The good thing with business credit cards, they offer you more money. If you go and you're applying for a business credit card, they give you more money, and also they tend to give you at 0 interest. So there's an advantage right there if you didn't know. If you go and you're applying and you have, the first thing is going to ask you, do you have a business account? You have to prove. Sometimes you have to show a license to show that you are really truly in business. They'll give you 0, sometimes 0 interest for 6 months, 1 year. They are kind to business owners, especially when you're starting out. See, that's number 3. The number 4 you have to do is to keep the receipts. Please keep the receipts. Because if you don't keep the receipts, I don't want this to be a long video, but I'll tell you a story. I have a friend. She was doing everything right as far as separating the bank accounts. But the mistake she made, she didn't keep the receipts. So when the auditors came, the IRS, looking for their taxes, they like to look for their taxes, especially if you're a sole proprietor, they love those because they think they're going to mess up these things we're talking about. They come, she has her bank account, but she doesn't have the receipts for what's coming out, what she's buying. So she could not prove that these things she was buying were for the business. And guess what they do? They they put all that back up. Let's assume you had like $10,000 in what you made, and then you spent like maybe $8,000. That means the expenses. So $2,000 is the profit. If you don't have the receipts, they will not care about the expenses. They just tax you on the whole $10,000. That even if it's so obvious that of course the business you are running has expenses, they don't care. You have to produce the receipts. Okay, that's tip number. I think that was number 4, right? Keep the receipt. The other one, all the money, making sure is running in that account. Don't put it out. Even if you collect cash, make sure it goes as a deposit in the bank account so that you can account for all the money. It creates order. Even if it's cash, still take it to the bank. So you are able to know the total amount of revenue that came in using your bank account. Because even if you are doing credit cards, the money will end in the bank account. So if you take credit cards for payments, so that helps you. In fact, I think all banks, they'll give you even a summary. You can see everything. I mean, even the expenses. If you're doing everything in the bank, in your account, even the credit card companies, they'll show you like a summary of transactions. They can even categorize them for you. So it makes things very easy. Then that's another tip, avoid cash payments. Don't pay out cash. Either use a debit card or a credit card or a check. We are talking business. This video is about business. I'm focusing on business. So what I'm not talking about, that's personal. Please avoid paying anyone, employee, anyone who's helping with cash. It's very, very dangerous. You cannot account for it. So put all the money in the bank, pay people either with a check. A check can act as a receipt sometimes as evidence. Then pay with a credit card, pay with a debit card when you're shopping. Avoid carrying around cash for the business. I mean, paying people with cash. Don't go to a store or a shop and pay cash. Use credit, debit, or check. The other tip is, and this one is an extra tip, like if your business is growing, consider investing in a software. Some softwares are cheaper. For me, I use QuickBooks and I love it. Once you know how to set it up, it produces receipts for you, statements for you, profit and loss. If you know that whenever I get money, I enter it like this. I make a receipt or I make an invoice and everything is properly entered, you just click on the reports and it's going to show your balance sheet. It's going to show your profit and loss. Very, very good. I'm not promoting QuickBooks, but it's a good software. I mean, it's good if you have the money to spend on it. But there are other cheaper ways, but that would be a good investment. Okay. Something else I need to mention. If you are running this business as a sole proprietor, you are not protected. You need to make sure, like we talked about separating the records, you have to separate responsibility too. I recorded a video about the way businesses are set up, and please, I'm going to put a link to that video in the description. If you are running your business as a sole proprietor, please go watch that video, because I describe all the kinds of ways you can set up your business, but you need to protect yourself from liability in case something happens. If you own a home, they'll take your home. If you are mixing up a business, if you're not, you're registered as a sole proprietor, because you're not protecting your home. And vice versa, you can protect yourself from a home, from the business, and you can protect your business from your personal stuff. I mean, the person and the business should be separate. That's the right way, because trouble could come from either way. So please, in the description, see that video and then watch how I explain the advantages and disadvantages of each business structure and choose which one. But sole proprietorship, if you intend to be here for the long term, is not a good structure to use. Okay, that's my video. And those are my tips. Please take separating personal stuff from business stuff very, very, very seriously. Start today. But it's not hard. It's not hard. If you do this, like the way I listed them, let me go over them again. Separate bank accounts, separate credit cards, of course, separate debit cards if you have the bank accounts. Keep all the receipts. All the receipts. That friend that had in trouble, she has boxes of receipts, because I think the law says keep records for 7 years. That's USA. I don't know about other countries. You have to keep business records for, I think, 7 years. Find out. By the way, all these things I'm sharing is my experience. I'm not an expert, so talk to an accountant, get advice, but keep the receipts. Or have a bookkeeper is not an expert, an accountant, a CPA, to be advising you and even to produce these monthly reports for you, all those quarterlies and everything else, so that you are protecting yourself. Because you could make a lot of money and they come and audit you like 3 years later and take all of it. Believe me, they give you a bill, it will make you cry your tears. So protect yourself. And also, I think I mentioned that you need to know your profits. Knowing your profits will make you, like, also looking at the expenses, like, because everything is showing up properly. You know what, last month I spent too much on that, I can reduce it. And then especially advertising, if you just keep dishing out money without knowing the figures and how they relate to what's coming in, if you are keeping good records, everything is going to show. In fact, some softwares produce graphs and they're showing you what's going up, what's going down. See, that's a good thing. It takes a little time to keep this in order, but it's worth it. And as you get bigger, you could hire like a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper could come and just put it in order for you. And if everything is in a bank account, like just the bank statements, someone can use just the bank statements to to know what's going on with your business. And if you doing things on credit, that becomes a little bit more complicated. Like if you are giving out invoices and all that, you have to be even more careful with record keeping. Now I'm going deep in that. That wasn't my intention. Okay, I hope you find some value in this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Share it. Put some comments. What do you think? Will you do it? Were you mixing up stuff? Is not good. Like I always end these videos, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your family, of your health. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.